This is where things may come to a head. Finnmark province in northern Norway on the Russian border. Norwegian troops here are readying for the worst. Sky News joined major live-fire military drills. 630 troops, 100 vehicles and an artillery battery rehearse rooting out invaders.
We see that we are able to synchronize both maneuver, fires and support.
Their mock enemy isn't named, though it's obviously directed towards its dangerously unpredictable neighbour. It is a striking show of force to make it clear Russia would face an incredible fight if it dared attempt to seize this strategically important region. Roughly the size of Tasmania, bordering Russia and spanning the Barents Sea, Finnmark would be crucial for Russia to capture in any conflict. Russia's northern fleet, with its nuclear-armed submarines, are based on the nearby Kola Peninsula. Strategists suggest Moscow can't protect them, and its ability to respond in kind to a nuclear attack without taking Finnmark.
Russia need to protect the bases, what we call the Bastion. So they have the Bastion defense, and we think it may strengthen their Bastion defense under certain circumstances to actually attack North Norway.
2 Russian brigades with 8,000 troops are also positioned just 20 kilometers from Finnmark. The Soviets threatened invasion in the Cold War, and Russia's recent record suggests an all-out attack can't be ruled out.
We have been very concerned about the risk for a massive attack from Russia. Not a potential for war between Norway and Russia spinning out of any kind of crisis in the bilateral relationship between the countries, but it's a part of a larger game. I mean, the deterrence game between, above all, the US, NATO and Russia.
Which is why Norway is bolstering its forces here. The Porsanger battalion didn't exist 4 years ago. By 2025, the northern base will be one of the biggest in the country.
In order to be able to defend Norway if it's necessary. And it's important because it's a political decision, and it's relied to the alliance, the NATO alliance, that we show that we will be able to strengthen the defense and that we are able to defend ourselves.
But some doubt that. The former head of the military is among those who believe the Arctic region's terrain is too challenging. There are too many choke points and the likely opponent too strong. He instead suggests Norwegian forces retreat behind a western mountain chain. But that's not official policy. Troops here are ready and willing to stand and fight.
Every part of Norway is of a importance, and every part of Norway is a value to protect.
This is part of a wider military build-up. 27 nations took part in this year's NATO Cold War response war games in Norway, the biggest in 40 years.
Russia has remilitarized the Arctic for 10-12 years heavily, and NATO has done almost nothing, and only recently they woke up and now they are signaling to the other side, we will be ready also, we are going to grab what we have, to counter you in this area. And this is a very normal approach, and of course in the overall tension world we are living now, this is probably creating tensions, but it goes both sides.